What's going on, guys? Quinn69 here. I'm bringing you guys another set dungeon guide. This one is for the Jade Witch Doctor set dungeon and how to master it. So straight away you want to head to Act 4. That is the Gardens of Hope first tier. Okay, now this is kind of funky. Listen up. You're going to run backwards, so you're going down. And you're going to go through here into the Vesputable of Light. And then, I don't know if you remember where you fight that like boss that kind of looks like oil ash. It should be, if I remember correctly, in this little corner right here. So once you're inside the set dungeon, you're going to notice some objectives on your right hand side. Probably the hardest one, and the one we're going to go over first, is harvest 25 enemies 6 times. The way in which I do this is I'm doing it right now. So you round up 25 plus enemies. So you're not actually killing them. You're not dotting them up. You're not doing anything. You just round them up into a big little clump there. And then, boom, press soul harvest. And you're not actually harvesting them to do any damage. You're just harvesting them for the objective. It's not really, you know, this is not how you're going to play the set, like, in live, you know, when you're actually doing greater rifts and stuff. But this is how you do the set dungeon. So here again, you can see I'm just grouping up the monsters. Boom, soul harvest. I'm going to run along, and I run back to the other group I had set up, and then I'm going to harvest these guys. There's a short cooldown on how often, if you try and harvest the same group 2 times in a row, it generally won't count. So that's why you just go back and forth between the 2 groups, and then you're Gucci. You could do this just 4 out of 6 times, and then just trust the rest of the rift is going to have at least 2 more 25 packs, and do it like that. But I do all 6, and there's still enough time to complete the rift. But if you are having trouble completing the rift in time, then definitely do. Maybe just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just start clearing the rift, and then just look for another 2 25 packs like that. And boom, it's done. It looks kind of easy there, but it's not. You're going to struggle to do that. That took me like, I don't know, 3 or 4 attempts to do that achievement there. And now I think I one-shot it after this. This is a, you know, once you've got that objective out of the way, it really becomes a lot more easy. So you'll see the other objectives there say kill enemies affected by both Locust Swarm and Haunt. That's naturally what you're going to do anyway. You're going to use the Locust Swarm Pestilence rune, so that means your Locust Swarm just jumps to everything, and you can use like Haunt, I think it's called Resentful Spirits or something, and it releases 2 haunts. You can even get a little belt. What's the belt called? I got it up for you guys. The Haunting Girdle, and this means Haunt releases 1 extra spirit. So when you haunt, you do, you know, 3 haunts, and then when you press Pestilence, Pestilence jumps like AIDS to everyone. So that is pretty damn easy. The only thing that can sometimes gimp you a little bit there is if you have too much damage. So what I did here is I literally reduced my damage. I think I'm below 1 mil DPS when I'm doing this run. So you don't have to be geared or anything, as is with all set dungeons. It's just about how you play it. And now for the other objective, it says kill 184 monsters without taking fatal damage. There is something that can kill you in this rift, and that is frozen. I definitely suggest getting a Talisman of Anaruk and putting that in your cube, because otherwise the frozen, when you're kind of trying to round up monsters and stuff, those elites will just cast frozen and it'll just snap, your character will just die. So definitely get a Talisman of Anaruk in there. You can see they do cast Mortar, they do have like a lightning attack, so definitely watch out for the Mortar when you can. But otherwise you're probably not going to die if you play it correctly. The hardest objective now is to just complete the mastery. So now you've got to clear the entire thing and kill all the monsters within the time limit. To do this, I suggest running a lot of CDR. I think I have, I mean, you can see I'm using an Gogoku Swiftness legendary gem. A really good talent is to use Grave Injustice. That means whenever you kill an enemy, you get all your cooldowns reduced by 1 second per enemy killed. And then obviously, Creeping Death. That means all of your dots last pretty much forever. So your dots just, once you dot something, then it's dead. So you don't have to worry about it. You just dot them up and you can run off, and you can pretty much guarantee they're going to die to a certain extent. I like to be thorough, and I always make sure they die before I leave, or I make sure they're pretty low when I run off. But otherwise, that's pretty much it, guys. You shouldn't struggle. If you get the objectives down, completing the mastery thing is not that bad. I think here, I actually got the mastery without killing all the enemies, which I thought was kind of weird. That right now, so you see there, I just killed the enemies, and there's still some monsters alive, which is kind of weird. I don't think it'll be like that in live, though. So good luck, boys.